like we should leave here. Yeah, I got up there down there. There's books down there too. Right there, yeah.
goes to Nikki's speech. I think it's missing some, oh wait, no, never mind, you're good. The pages didn't turn. Okay, great. Well, we had a lightning storm on the senior cruise last night. And here we all are in June in 50 degrees. But I think that's fitting tributes for a class as remarkable, as clever as the class of 2023. We'll always remember it. Right, here's where we get formal. So, parents, students, relatives, friends, and members of the class of 2023, it is indeed a pleasure to welcome you to Belmont High School for the commencement exercises in honor of the class of 2023. Please stand for the national anthem performed by the Belmont High School Wind Symphony.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
In 1821, English mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage set out his plans for a difference engine, which would use steam power to create the world's first calculator. Babbage, who sometimes is called the father of the computer, was ahead of his time. His idea for a steam-powered mechanical calculator was both inspirational and implausible. It would have taken more steam and more resources than the industrialized world could provide. So until the invention of the transistor, some 100 years later, the world had to make do with more simple mechanical adding machines. The idea behind the never-completed difference engine was the mathematical principle of finite differences, which may sound familiar if you've studied calculus. If Babbage were alive today, he probably would have seen the exponential growth of AI as the natural consequence of his original vision. 200 years later, human capabilities caught up with a bold idea. I also believe that Babbage, or any other time traveler from the 1820s, would have seen a lot of similarities between their life and today. Just as in the first half of the 19th century, coal and steam drove production and transport, today computer logistics are reshaping commerce, enabling companies like Amazon to exist. Just as industrialization redrew the boundaries between humans and the natural world, today computers are blurring the lines between reality and fantasy, creating deep fakes and virtual worlds. And both mechanized production and computer algorithms have and continue to erase whole industries and create new ones. We tend to look back on the industrialization of the 19th century as a positive and powerful expression of human progress and modernization. But at the time, these changes were terrifying to much of the population. Turner's oil painting of the period, Rain, Steam, and Speed, visualizes this fear with a depiction of a train hurtling through the natural world obscured by fog and steam. As a child, I had a picture book on the period, and one of the pages showed a group of Luddites smashing up the mechanical looms in a factory. Even as a child, I could empathize with these people who were observed their way of life being taken away from them by the power loom and the spinning jenny. I also recognized, with the perspective of 150 years, that there was no going back. Once we as humans figure out how to do something, we have to live with these new realities, because there's no fitting them back into the Pandora's box they came out of. And this is just as true for steam trains and production lines as it is for social media and artificial intelligence. Class of 2023, as you leave BHS, know that there is fear and uncertainty in a world that is undergoing enormous changes compressed into one generation. When your parents graduated high school, social media and smartphones were inconceivable. As you receive your diploma, there is software that can create film and write newspaper articles and term papers and graduation speeches on par with humans. In the past, technical development supported human memory and thinking, and now technology can do what we previously thought of as within the human domain. So the question I have is, will this be a Luddite moment? Will your great-grandchildren see pictures of me smashing up a server farm in the Nevada desert, shouting, "Down with the AI, long live the fountain pen"? Or will we do what humanity has done for generations and work with change to improve our careers and our society? Will we continue to remove barriers that more people are respected and kept safe? Will we harness the power of new technology to share the world's wealth and heal the planet's scars? Because whether we view this new intensive phase of the Industrial Revolution with fear or ambivalence or wonder, there is no denying that these new tools are powerful And where there is power, there is both opportunity and danger. Class of 2023, you are remarkably adaptable and innovative. So the speed the world is changing may not be as evident to you as it is for someone as set in their ways as I am. When I watch you use technology, you are connected to it in a way that I never will be. Technology responds to you and you respond to it. And the ease with which you navigate the modern world is a dynamic tool that will help you to succeed in your lives. You will also be the people who help steer the direction we take as a species, how we use this technology, and to what ends. This is an enormous responsibility and a great opportunity, and I hope that whatever directions you go in your lives and your careers, you help steer us toward a more sustainable, passionate, and equitable course. And I hope that you all find your own version of success. In a world that is changing so quickly, defining a successful life can be elusive. Like happiness, success comes from within. Partly, success and happiness comes from the skills that we develop. Partly, they come from the experiences that we have. But mostly, being successful comes not from the pride of what we know and what we can do, but from the humility that makes us human. The humility of allowing yourself to love and be loved. The humility of taking to the dance floor on the senior cruise, knowing that your moves lack grace and style, and doing it anyway. In changing times, when the world feels unstable, we do well to remember our own humanity. 100 years ago, we made machines to weave us cloth, and we kept our humanity. Today, we program chips to write for us, and we have our humanity still. You are smart people. You are good people. Tomorrow, you will ensure that humanity goes into our next age with confidence and with purpose. It is now my great and unique pleasure to introduce you to Nikki Mosaraf, the president of the class of 2023.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Okay. And thank you to everyone for being here on this gorgeous sunny day. So first of all, on behalf of the class of 2023, there are some people that I'd like to thank who have worked tirelessly to get us to this point. So thank you to the administration team, to the administration assistants. Thank you to our amazing teachers. Thank you to our wonderful custodians. Thank you to the cafeteria team, to the campus monitors, school nurses, and coaches. And the biggest thank you to our parents and guardians for guiding us in more ways than we'll probably ever admit. Yeah. So when people ask me what my school is like, I can only say that it's filled with highly talented students who constantly support each other. I'm always genuinely impressed and learning from all of you. And this year, you helped me learn that Mean Girls is better when it's live action. Helped me learn that being pied in the face at the pep rally is less enjoyable than it looks. You helped me learn that statistics really should be called AP Calculator, and Mr. Delorio tried to warn us. You helped me learn that butt slapping is not allowed in the lip dub. And you helped me learn that community days can be worthwhile when we come together to learn about and celebrate one another's cultures. So I had a lot of fun planning this year's senior events, and I hope you did too. But besides the good times, this year also had its challenges. I would argue the most abundant challenge for us this year was making a tough decision, right? Deciding which college you're going to go to, if you're going to go to college, and the biggest challenge of all, if you're going to actually write your own essay or just let ChatGPT do all the work. However, we haven't gotten to life's hardest decisions yet. From what I've seen, I think the most difficult life decisions are the ones where you have to decide whether to give up or not. And as adults, we're going to have to make these decisions pretty often, right? Whether it's for a degree, in your career path, or even in a marriage, there's times that you're going to have to decide whether you want to keep going or you want to stop and try something new. So when the time comes, how do we decide whether to give up or not? Well, usually the first thing that comes to mind is never give up, right? Like, what a strong message, never give up. The best example I can think of for this is my mom. I could give countless examples of my mom's persistence, especially her persisting that I always do the dishes, but the one that I always look back on the most is when my mom went back to school with 2 young children and a newborn baby to earn her MBA. Getting a master's degree with kids is just like unimaginable for me, but I really admire her strong will and the fact that she never gave up during tough times. And I know you've made that decision before, not to give up. Like, that's what got you here. That's what got you to graduation, not giving up. In freshman year, when COVID hit, you didn't give up. This year, when your senior slide hit, you didn't give up. You know, through long study sessions and sleepless nights, although I think some of those were caused by OB dressing up as the Grinch, you still didn't give up. But is that always the best choice? I mean, on the other hand, there's a second option, to give up. I know it doesn't sound as motivational as never give up, but I think sometimes it can be better to scrap the current plan and go down a new path. Maybe sometimes it is better to give up. I've decided to give up before. I remember the first time when I was 3, my mom signed me up for gymnastics class, you know, hoping I'd be good and that I'd go make the competitive team. And so every week, multiple times a week, I would go to this class until I was 6. 3 years later, not only had I not made the competitive team, the only thing I could do was a forward roll. Like, even a simple back bend was out of the question for me. So I know my mom saw me as the next Simone Biles, but I just don't think it was for me, so I quit. And I'm happy I did. There are plenty of times that we give up and try something new, and some of our best discoveries are from doing so. So deciding between the 2 options is tough, and there's no specific TikTok that's going to give us the right answer. We always want to make the best decision, so we spend too much time estimating and calculating which option is going to give us the better result. So what should we do when it comes to life's toughest decisions? I think whether we give up or not, whether we choose option A or B, is not as important as we think. The most important thing is to make your decision with positivity, with a positive mind, to take joy in your decision, to take joy in what you do, right? That's why getting her master's was worth it for my mom. That's why quitting gymnastics was a good thing for me. You know, we possess an incredible power to shape our lives through the decisions we make. The ability to decide our own path should be celebrated instead of stressed over. So as you go forward in your personal and professional lives, as you continue to make decisions, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you put your best foot forward. For me, that's my right foot because my left leg has a knee injury, and that's like strangely common here. Belmont, we're like 0-7 to ACL tears, but that's besides the point. Today, I wanted to talk about how to make life's most difficult decisions because as we graduate and go on with our lives, I'm sure we're going to make a lot of them. I learned the absolute best thing we can do for ourselves is to keep a positive mind and a positive outlook and see what life throws at us next. So class of 2023, please believe in yourself, take joy from the world around you, and always put your best foot forward. That way, when you walk the path of life and make these decisions, I know you'll be great no matter which direction you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. I would now like to ask Superintendent John Phelan to come to the podium for the presentation of the first of 2 school committee awards.
Good morning. Graduates of the class of 2023, welcome to our parents, our grandparents, friends, relatives, faculty members, and members of the school committee and other special guests. I am pleased to present the first of 2 school committee awards for outstanding scholarship. The first award is presented to a senior who has an insatiable curiosity, takes initiative, and makes a difference in his community, giving back through hundreds of hours of tutoring, teaching as an ESL instructor. He began as a teaching assistant at the basic after-school program at Burbank Elementary School, continued tutoring elementary students at the Belmont Public Library, and added tutoring English through foreign immersion program. He has tutored and taught various age students in English, Chinese, math, reading, engineering, SAT, prep, and also chess. He's created the SAT peer prep program to assist students in studying for the SAT, is a Greater Boston STEM instructor who taught and helped design curriculum in engineering and math to young students online. He loves sharing his passion for STEM and inspiring curiosity in young minds. He is a recipient of the Gold Community Service Award at the Yale Book Award, a National Merit Finalist and National Honor Society member who has performed at the highest levels while taking 10 AP classes in high school, as well as self-studying for one on his own. A captain and a leader of the BHS science team, which won 3rd place at the state tournament the past 2 years. A committed and enthusiastic member of the Science Olympiad team who competed at states, at MIT, in Harvard competitions. A co-founder, recruiter, leader of the BHS Chess Club, who also competed in various state chess tournaments. He was one of 40 students in the nation selected for the 2022 U.S. Earth Science Olympiad training camp. He conducted research at the International Youth Research Program and then went on to present and later publish a paper about climate change and allergic respiratory disease, which also led him to earn the Best in STEM Presentation Award at the Fall Conference. In his spare time, he enjoys playing the cello, biking, ice skating, and solving a Rubik's Cube. He has a calm demeanor, impressive self-discipline, and a dedication to learn as much as he can while performing at a top level and also being very cooperative classmate and very helpful and supportive friend. He will attend Columbia University in the fall. This award goes to Leo's son. Congratulations, Leo. Well done.
Thank you to the school committee, Principal Taylor, Assistant Superintendent Darius, and of course, Superintendent Phelan, who has inspired me always with his dedication to school, despite what snow day calculator might have to say. And thank you for your kind words, of course. Good morning, class of 2023, and thank you to all the family and faculty here today, and watching from home, who have made our journey to this point possible. It is an honor to speak before you all today. So, here we are, a few months away from that annoying phrase that we're all tired of hearing, the next phase of our lives. We've probably all thought about it a little too much, with an unproductive anticipation for the vague change that awaits us. We probably haven't thought enough about what we've actually gone through to get to this point, to become the lively, distinguished people that we are. So I'd like to take this opportunity to reflect a bit on our shared experiences of growing up. From the beginning, some of us were born right here in Belmont, and have never lived anywhere else. Some of us had previous homes that are only a small part of our lives. Still, some of us were born and raised in other towns, cities, or even countries. The point is, though we all hail from varying backgrounds, we share a great deal of common experiences. Something that I think we all know as a concept, but haven't really taken the time to acknowledge. So let's do that now. All of us once went to our first day of school and chose a lunch table for the first time. not realizing that such a small choice would determine our long-term friendships. In elementary school, we rehearsed our parents' phone numbers, learned how to tie shoes, and not to take candy from strangers. Unless they had dots, then I would have been a goner, probably. We explored sports like second soccer and flag football, and learned to swim. We learned instruments, like piano, cello, violin, probably not viola, though. At Chenery, we enjoyed field days, and, of course, fitness gram pacer tests, our favorite multi-stage aerobic capacity test. We were the last grade to go on the DC trip, which gave us a taste of living away from our parents, and instead of siblings to bicker with, I had 3 boys in a hotel room unattended. Don't worry though, the pillows were too soft to break anything on impact. As we grow, just as we gain valuable experiences, we also experience loss. Between the fun moments of middle school, 3 of my closest friends moved away. I quit piano, hockey, and grew distant from my other childhood friends. In high school, we were the last grade to experience the old building. And though asbestos-free ceilings is definitely an upgrade, we lost the air of history that naturally accompanied the old school, and in a sense, the legacy of the generations of students that were there before us. As I reflected on these past memories, I noticed that a lot of the nostalgic moments that we remember best are the ones that seemed utterly insignificant to us at the time. But now that whatever routine or activity we remember has been lost, we finally realize what it truly meant to us. For example, perhaps there's a time when you regularly played games with your friends online, amongst lobbies, anyone? Or dedicated yourself each day to a hobby that you no longer have the passion for. For each of these routines, there was a day when we did them for the last time, without realizing. And I'm sure many of us were thinking about this idea on our last day of high school, navigating the hallways for the last time, en route from yellow to light blue to pink, seeing for the last time the group of students in each class that we've gotten so used to seeing. And perhaps you already missed the comfort of a weekly club where you found a community that you belong to. Perhaps it's beginning to sink in that high school was a convenient meeting place for us all, and now that it's over, there will be no more casual waves to classmates passing by in the hallways, or gossip with table group members that you wouldn't have gotten to know otherwise. We, right now, and for the last several years, have made memories that we will hold with us forever. Memories that, as we're living through them, we think are nothing but another day in our regular high school life. Even as we all pursue our own success in the future, there will be moments when we miss what we're experiencing now, which will at that point be an unattainable past. But as this meeting place for all of us comes to an end, remember the person you were 4 years ago, or 5, or 6, or 8, and be proud of how far you've come. Remember all the connections and routines that we've let slip by, and look forward to the opportunity for a new lunch table for the first time, the opportunity to find a new lunch table for the first time again, and find new club communities again next year or soon afterwards. Do not let go of what you've gained from the sources of joy that you once knew, and grasp more tightly onto the experiences we have now and the connections we form now and into the future. Thank you all again, and congratulations.
Thank you, Leo. The second School Committee Award for Outstanding Achievement in Scholarship is presented to the senior who has a deep and abiding passion for the sciences, has excelled in every academic domain offered here at Belmont High School, selflessly shares her love of learning with others by generously devoting hundreds of hours of their time to volunteer as a peer tutor, is dedicated teammate and role model for others in athletics, earning the Right Hand Man Award this year in recognition of her contributions as a leader on her cross-country team, is spirited competitor who has traveled as far as Bavaria, Germany to compete in an international math Olympiad competition, and who can proficiently speak, write, debate in German at the university level, has invested deeply in the BHS community and has been instrumental in organizing and running community days here, soliciting many people's different opinions to pull off something extraordinary for the entire school to enjoy. She may be attending university in Germany or bringing her talents to Canada to attend the University of Toronto next fall. Please welcome Anna Lehman.
Thank you, Superintendent Phelan, for your introduction, Principal Taylor for your kind words, and the school committee for this award. Shout out to Finbar White for being the first person to predict my receiving it. When Mr. O'Brien first told me I was going to be giving this speech, I procrastinated. I put off not only writing it, but even just telling people that I was going to be speaking here today. I didn't tell people not only because I hadn't yet received an email about it, and for our generation, nothing is real unless we can pull up proof on our phones, but also because saying it aloud made it more real in my own mind. And that was nerve-wracking. Don't get me wrong, I felt mostly excited and honored to be speaking, but I knew that as soon as I told my own parents that I was going to be here, and we got past the congratulations and the we're proud of yous, they would ask the questions. My mom asked, "So, what are you going to write about?" And my dad added, "What message do you want to leave your friends with forever?" That was the dreaded topic I had no response for. My guideline for this speech was to write about the future, which super specific, am I right? The worried part of my brain thought, what insightful ideas am I, a 17-year-old, going to impart to an audience at least half of which has much more life experience than me? And about the future. I don't know about the future. As you heard, I don't even know which college I'm going to in the fall, for certain. After that initial panic, I decided to roll with that idea of uncertainty. You might have noticed from my gross over-exaggerations of their accents that my parents are both immigrants, my mother being from Serbia and my dad being from Germany. I recently realized that no matter which university I end up at for the next several years, whether it be in Canada or Germany, I'll technically follow in their footsteps as immigrants. They didn't know what to expect when they came here, and I, like many of us here today, don't know exactly what's awaiting me at college. When my dad first came to the US in 1995, he went out to see a movie in an American theater for the very first time. He had gotten pretty good at English by then, and so he thought he'd be able to follow along. However, the dialogue came at him so fast and included so many jokes and witty remarks that he was completely lost. Now, I have a leg up on my dad because through him, I've been understanding and speaking German since birth. So I thought I'd be fine when I visited Germany back in April. But as I was talking to my great aunt, an ex-German teacher, she stopped me mid-sentence and said what roughly translates to, "Wow, Anna, also this with the German, it's gonna take you a bit to get used to again, right? You're talking so slowly." We can't know how and with what challenges our futures will greet us. Whether they bring situations we don't fully understand, like my dad's movie experience, or whether we know what needs to be done, but take a little while to respond, like me conversing with my great aunt. My parents didn't know the specifics of their paths from Germany to Serbia, to meeting in Pennsylvania, to moving to Maryland, then Delaware, and then finally here to Boston. Shout out to Delaware, by the way, my home for the first half of my life so far. Anyway, when it comes to the future, we also can't procrastinate, like I did with writing this speech, and now finishing it. When are we getting the diplomas? We can't say, I'll move forward in time tomorrow. I'm actually told that not being able to stop deadlines from approaching is what makes procrastination such a no-no, but I tend not to listen. After his movie, my dad moved on and found friends and eventually my mom as he continued his life in the US and in English. My family members in Germany were patient with me and kept listening as I continued to take my time recalling my vocabulary. On the journeys into our inherently uncertain futures, we can choose familiar constants to keep with us and help us along the way, whether it be family, friends, mentors, pets, or even hobbies. We're not all about to be immigrants, but we are all starting an exciting and unknown new chapter in a new environment, with new labels of high school graduate or college student. So congratulations, class of 2023, but just as importantly, thank you to all of you and everyone else in the audience today, because you have been friends, family, loved ones, teachers, and supporters. You have been each graduate's constants when this very ceremony was in our future, and we will continue to choose you to guide us on the unclear path to our next milestones. We can't wait to take you with us. Thank you.
You want to take both of them?
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. At this time, I would like to invite the senior a cappella in their last performance as Belmont High School students to perform Landslide by Stevie Nicks.
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill when a landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. Yeah, if
you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, when a landslide brought me down, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe a landslide will bring you down.
Thank you, Senior a cappella. At this time, I would like to ask Superintendent John Phelan to come to the podium for the presentation of diplomas.
Class of 2023, as the Superintendent of Schools for Belmont in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby certify the Belmont High School class of 2023. At this time, I'd like to ask Principal Taylor and our school committee members to come to the podium to present the diplomas. Congratulations, everyone.
I start? All right, everyone. Before I call the names, I would like us to take a moment of silence for our fellow classmate and member of the class of 2023 who we lost in the 7th grade, Madison Knight. So now please let us have a moment of silence to honor her memory. Thank you. Okay, thank you. First up, could the first row rise, please? All right, let's go. Move it along. First up, Leo Sun. Anna Lehman. Elijah Abdullah. Gabriel George Ashi. Sebastian Alfaro. Lucas Ignacio Alvarez Fernandez. Kareem Amira. Jihei Ann. Fiona Anderson. Lucas Aruda. Gabriella Athanasiou. Noe Obanel Batilana. Vladislav Aviadov. Nadim Baghdadi. Samuel Baldwin. Shelby Ball. Christian Nanuk Banger. Kieran Barlow. Ryan Bauer. Christopher Jihyun Boge. Ethan Riley Becker. Andy Bello. Giovanni Beltran. Sean Benson. Layla Maria Burnbeck. Clara Garland Bhagwati. All right. Evelyn Jean Boas. Andrew Boria. Leo Marion Boss. Katie Ryan Brown. Maria Bugarinovich. Juju Tsai. Austin Michael Cambridge. Sean Canavan. Sachi Elise Capitani. Cecilia Akison Carreri. Leo Carpenter. Mel Guma Cavalcunci Cahulo. Jasmine Castillo. Rocco Cavalier. Jasmine Chen. Anya Chen. Stephen Chen. Jamin Choi. Hyunsuk Choi. Ilya Victor Chumak. Preston James Clark. Chris Cogliano. Alex Coelho. Sienna Claire Kono. Elise Sophia Conroy. Harry Cormier. Jake Cornelius. Siobhan Coyne. Cooper Cullen. Dylan Cumbo. Quadir Davis Price. Helena Di Figueiredo Valente. Elizama de Oliveira. Grace Dean. Isabella DeMarco. Alexander DePamphilis. Valentine Data. Maima Jekite. Matthew Daniel Dobin. What is wrong with you? Lane Elizabeth Doherty. Ava Dolan. Alessandro Domingo. Shay Christopher Donahue. Sean Dong. Claudio Dragonetti. Lillian Elizabeth Duffy. Matthew Dunn. Ava Emerton. Gabriel Eskenazi. Gregory Carmelo Federico. Andrew James Ferreira. Cameron Fici. Luke Thomas Fitzpatrick. Nicholas Gaetano Forte.
Hey, Nick.
George Thomas Fotis. Angelina Marie Frone. Theodore Sims Gallagher. Colin Malcolm Galloway. Cindy Gao. Amy Gao. Ritvik Garg. Joseph Gaetano Gaziano. Ava Gian Gregorio. Nathaniel Adams Gillette. Yuval Golani. Rebecca Goldhirsch. Peter Joseph Grace. Bridget Walsh Gray. Ayessa May Greenwell. Kate Avery Grimble. Jessica Gurung. Natalie Rose Gutterman. Nora Francis Guzikowski. Rory Patrick Haggerty. Christian Harrington. Nathan Albert Hartley. Dylan Hawkins. Lizandra Viveros Hawkinson. Benjamin Joseph Hazel. Margaret Patricia Healy. Hedvig Gun Ellen Helsvik. Patrick Josue Henriquez Rivas. Jabe Hicks. Lily Hicks. Kendall Higgins. Claire Lodiak. JC Hoffman. Kate Elizabeth Hovsepian. Thank you. Molly Elizabeth Howe. Pablo Young Hu. Joel Stefan Iglesias. Griffin Robert Imberman. Davis Ingersoll. Will Ingersoll. Elisa Iskakova. Lauren Yang Ji. Harrison John.
Shivering.
I'm cold. Jonas Kambaza. Alec Peter Karagosian. Alexander Corrales. Danny Martine Karma. Yana Katz. Olympia Kazantzidis. Lai Ki. Devin Kelleher. Ayman Abdulaziz Khan. Inessa Kanjen. Angela Elizabeth Kim. Gabrielle Namyoung Kim. Jason Hyuno Kim. Stephen Knight. Bora Kozar. Peter Alexander Kumpakov. Faith Kwan. Daniel William Lai. Catherine Grace Lazenby. Quinn William Leary. Priscilla Uhyun Lee. Emily Lay. Cole Jude Lamack Bremen. Samaria Leonard. Stella Josephine Lesnick. Nina Skydell Leveroni. Amy Lee. Dana Lee. Claire Leong. Crystal Liu. Floria Yulan Liu. Caitlin Liu. Sophia Yituan Liu. Rebecca Charlotte Lloyd. Peike Lowe. Milo Alexander Loyal.
Such a good speech.
Anna Luguvskoy. Sam Allen Mackey. Regan Ann Madden. Alina Charlotte Mayer. Devin Malkin. Megan Elizabeth Malsky. Stefan Anna Manjikian. Nidhi Munkan. Christian Aiden Marshall. Theo Ford Martin. Jake Ethan Matias. Nicholas Renzo Mazzoni. Ella Madeline McCarthy. Sophie Margaret McDevitt. Brooke Ann McDonough. Tig Arthur McGovern. Emily Patricia McHugh. Kimball Clay McMullen. Jaden May. Henry Paul Melanson. Gabriela Mendoza Aguilar. Kylie Maringer. Bo Christine Merrill. Carly Elizabeth Marrow. Catherine Michelle Miller. Alexandra Milojevic. Joseph Masalam. Theodore Mustakas. Joshua Ty Moy. Jonah Muchigrosso. Mary Teresa Elizabeth Mullen. Grace Buckley Murphy. Jack Connor Murphy. Catherine Nakamya Namala. Evan Nee. Victoria Joy Wise Nilsson. Sheldon Norris. Nicole Nsubuga. Amir Adam Nur Hussein. Elizabeth Maureen O'Connor. Ella Louise Oram. Emmanuel Jose Ortiz. Benjamin Calder Graylin Packard. Faith Ann Page. Jillian Elise Palmer. Sammy Pan. Gunyang Park. Jane Park. Gunno Park. Rahul Patel. Shavu Paudel. Jose Pauta. Juliet Peng. Pablo Pereda. Shoshana Perlova. Carlin Petrosian. Ella Rose Abigail Quincy Patine. Sorry, I'll slow down. Ooh. Mina Pitnerova. Philip Mark Pitts. Mira Gabriella Price. Subin Pyo. Dia Rana. Jake Robenheimer. John Alexander Regan. Astrid Sophia Recker. Who's Eliza Claire Richard. Who's right there? What? Oh, sorry. Clement Vincent Rigolo. Samima Rima. Antoine Rivard. Ruby Roberts. Andrea Sofia Rodriguez. Jandel Rodriguez Guzman. Sam Rono. Asa Ross Rosenmeyer. Hannah Teresa Rossler. Ronnie Rubenstein. Anthony Joseph Ruggiero. Paul Philip Ruggiero. Christina Ruperez. Ani Sagyan. Beatrix Huang Salgo. Sabrina L. Sauls. Willa Sama. Liz Mel Santos. Farhan Saeed. Skylar Catherine Sclafani. Lucas Senzik. Kaya Rose Sheehy. Myrna Ihab Shahada. Joseph Shen. Brian Shu. Eva Riley Siebert. Shikar Singh. Everett Sinsay. Weldon Young Smith. Parsa Yazata Sokhanvar. Eden Francesca Spilios. Will Robert Sprague. Vivian Alethea Stang. Alik Stepanian. Savannah Stepanian. Troy Richard Stevader. Theo Hayes Sturgeon. Jack Sullivan. Cindy Sun. Armin Tadavosian. Kareen Taha. Pierre Talanian. Julia Zubin Talavia. Misaki Tatsumi. Benicio Kian Tavana. Sebastian Moez Tavana. Cameron Elizabeth Thabato. Kavya Miriam Thomas. Cullen Stephen Thurston. Daniel Jennings Titus. Am I going too fast, or are they just? No, you're doing good. You're doing good. They're just taking pictures. All right. Sage Tanamora McDonald. Amalia Rubina Javis. Angelica Christine Juvelis. Nikolai Ulevinov. Bianca Yoli Umanya Taylor. Campbell Patricia Vander Hayden. Catalina So-Young Revan Bion. Alan Wong. Jonathan Wong. Eleanor Grace Warner. Mia Waters. Joshi Wei. Gretchen Kate Westover. Shui Tao Wu. Is Will Yorkin not here? Oh. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Finbar Donal White. What's his? Aaron Wilgren. Where am I? Okay. Benjamin Williams.
Let's go, Ben!
Jason Wu. Miriam Lily Woods. Liliana Wright. Samuel Ryder. Shui Tao Wu. Will Yorkin. Dennis Uzlek. Noel Zedem. Daniel Zhang. Heidi Zhang. Anne Zhao. Anthony Yang Zhao. Selena Zhang. Jerry Zhu. Finbar Donal White.
That's not me. That's not me.
Right there. Where's Finbar? Okay. Ronan Scott Devitt.
Oh yeah, Ronan!
Kaysen Nazir Sheikh. Helena Senna. Charlie Clem. Molly Plunkett. I'm waiting.
I feel like we might be forgetting someone. Last but not least, our amazing president, we couldn't have asked for a better one, Nikki Mosharraf.
Is anyone else shivering? At this time, could the class of 2023 please stand? Class of 2023, at this time, please move your tassel to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2023.